Hey guys, how's it going? It's Flatter Sage. Just came over to my garden over here. It's been a little while since I've been here. I've been busy and stressing about a lot of different things. Trying to get payments done, get bills taken care of and stuff like that. So I haven't really had a chance to really go to my garden. But the funny thing is, even though I haven't really been here and we haven't had that much rain, this. I don't know if you guys can see really. Try to maneuver the camera around a little bit. That right there, that's the pineapple sage. Look at how, guys, look how beautiful these flowers are right here. Just look how beautiful those are. And I haven't been here to water in a good minute. Was able to get a couple things. And check it out, guys. Well, let me make sure you guys can see. 2 lemons growing right here. The limons. And my pepper plant over here. I'm very surprised it's still green. The cucumber is pretty much done. I didn't plant the second succession, so it's pretty much donezo's. And this right here, these, oh yes, one of the reasons I wanted to grow this right here is because the pineapple sage is known to attract hummingbirds. Sorry, and I really, really love hummingbirds, and the fact that it's most likely in my garden on a daily basis, even though I haven't seen it, I already know that there must at least have been one that came by, because the hummingbirds really, really love this plant. They basically, help to pollinate it. So that's good. You can also eat the flowers. You can eat the leaves too. Usually, I'll just chew on it. Then spit it out. Just to get some of the flavor. Usually what this is, what pineapple sage is really good for is, besides the hummingbirds, people will take the leaves and put it into a thing of sweet tea, and it gives it kind of like a slight pineapple kind of flavor to it. It's really, really, I really, really love this plant. I tried growing this like years ago, and my landlord ended up mowing over it, so it got destroyed, so I never got to see it flower. But now it's flowered, and it just, oh man, guys, it just looks so, so pretty. Those little red flute-shaped flowers, so nice. And my this right here is my lemon basil. It's got a very, very strong lemon taste. I don't know if any of you guys remember being a kid and going with your parents to the bank and getting those lollipops. That's what this tastes like. That's the best way I can describe it. Tastes like a cross between Fruit Loops and those lollipops. So good. So lovely. Strong. Now what I'm doing right here is I'm just taking off some of the dead foliage to help promote. But I want to show you guys something. Look how woody the stem has become. It's rigid and sturdy. Right here, what I'm gonna do is just take one of these. And when I get home, I'm gonna make it into a tea. Dry it out a little bit, make it into a tea. Oh wow, lemon basil's already started flowering. Basically what I've decided to do with this, because this thing just goes way too fast, is I've just decided to let this go, let this lemon basil flower. Not to mention, I've been really curious anyway, to see what the flowers look like in full bloom. So that's good. Man, I just can't get over how pretty these flowers look, guys. This looks like some sort of, I don't think it's indigenous to North America. It looks more like a tropical kind of flower, but man, is it pretty. And very soon, the horseradish has a couple dead leaves, but for the most part, you can tell there's plenty of new growth growing in there, so it's doing perfectly fine. Again, you want to take the dying stems off. Because guys, it really does help the plant when you take the dying leaves off. That's what I try to do. Trying to make sure everything else is in order. The grapevine's making a return, so that's good. And the tomato, or I don't know if it's gonna rain or not, so I'm just gonna give the garden a light, whatchamacallit, light drizzle with the hose real quick, just in case it doesn't rain. But before I go, I don't want to take too many that are in bloom. Let's see. This one. Very pretty. Very pretty. Mostly I was just growing this just to see what it would look like in full bloom, but I'm really impressed by the growth. Really, really amazed. We got parsley over there too. Probably gonna cut that down in a sec. But cut this down. And this will make a great tea. I'm always a fan of the teas, of medicinal teas and stuff like that. So it's probably going to be that. Like, honestly, that plant looks like it grows in like Hawaii or like Costa Rica or something. That must be, I'm not positive, but it must be an invasive species. Right now, I'm looking for some sort of clippers. Clippers. Where are the clippers? Ah, here we go, some scissors. I gotta cut that parsley down before it goes to waste. Yeah. Apologize, my dog's out there barking at the cat. But yeah, guys. Honestly, I think what helped to keep these plants green while it didn't have that much water is because I laid down a granular granular nitrogen-based fertilizer, and some blood meal, and I just sprinkled it on the beds, and for the most part, everything looks pretty good. I can't wait till these tomatillos die, to be honest. I've been picking them and picking them and picking them, but they just keep growing and growing. And it looks like they're about to be done. It looks like. So what I'm going to do now, real quick, is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut the parsley down. Now, it's important, like I said, take away all the dead leaves. Oh, man. Okay. Get off. Okay. So, a lot of the caterpillars been trying to have a feast. So I got to go through and try to see, make sure there's no more on it. Oh, here we go. Get off my plant, damn it. I know, okay guys, I know that this plant is very nutritious. I understand that. Get off. Are we done here? Are we done? Can we be done? It looks like, yeah, I think I got them all, guys. See, that just goes to show you how nutritious these plants are. Think about it. These plants are constantly, going to eat my food. Why? Because it's nutritious. So a lot of gardeners are like, "Oh no, I got caterpillars eating my plants." No, that could be problematic. But if you catch it early, it's not a big deal. And to me, that tells me that these plants are very, very highly nutritious if they're eating it. So it's kind of a good sign too. So all this parsley will be cut down from the vase. I'll leave some of these for them to have. Because I'm a nice person. There you guys go. You can have those vits. I know you guys hungry. Okay. So, I'll leave that there for them to have. Like I said. So, it's a pretty good haul, I would say. Okay, so we got that stuff. I'm going to put that on top of my car. Yeah, so going back about the parsley for us humans is actually really beneficial as well. And like I said, that's a good sign when you see things trying to eat your plants, because they're trying to, they're trying to get those nutrients that they need to survive. And if they're going to that plant, that tells you that those nutrients are in that plant. If you think about it, if there's a plant that's devoid of nutrients, they're not going to get it, most likely. There might be some that might go for it anyway, but most bugs won't. So, that's cool. Got a banana pepper as well. And a yellow zucchini. That didn't do too well. That didn't. Jeez, dog. Damn. Trying to fuck with my cat over here. Alright, so. Yeah, the hose. And if you guys wanted to know how I was able to keep my garden green, even though I didn't get that much rain, this stuff right here, I highly recommend this brand right here. It's a very good brand. It's got a total nitrogen count of 12%. So it's really, really good. So what you do is you just sprinkle that basically on your beds. It helps if right after that you spray it, douse it with some water. But if not, eventually that will seep into the soil and provide the nitrogen for the plants that they need to stay green. So, highly recommend. I think the name of the brand is Espoma, I think. Wow, look at this too, guys. Look at all this. Those are all my mom's flowers. They look pretty good, right? Pretty dang good. All right, so. I'm going to have to. All right, let me see how I'm going to do this. Run into what's with you. All right. So all I do is just come over here and just very briefly, because The sky's starting to look a little cloudy, looking like it might rain, so that might be good. So yeah, guys, everything's doing pretty good. So don't get concerned, even though the season's starting to wind down. You know, there's still plenty of plants that'll continue to fruit and flower. I haven't even checked on my tomatoes at my other garden yet, but hopefully they're doing good. As I said, the cucumbers have pretty much died off, but it's okay. I got a pretty good amount of cucumbers from it, so I'm fairly happy with it. It lived a long and productive life, so even though it is sad to see them die, you know, as a gardener, we have to accept it as an inevitability. Okay, so let's go water the garden. Go, Alice. Go on, buddy. Oh, shit. What the hell? Why the hell isn't this? Oh, here we go. It's got valves. It's an odd faucet. Never seen one with levers and valves like that before, but, you know. Alright. Alice, get out of the water, buddy. You see my dog over here? She's over here like playing around in the water, trying to bite it. I want to get to those tomatillos real quick. All right, tomatillos, you're farthest away, so. And that's pretty much it. And just a reminder to everyone, it is still possible for you to grow. If anyone's interested in growing radishes, I shout out to the MI gardener, because he was able to, if I'm not mistaken, he was able to grow his radishes in like 2 weeks. incredibly fast maturing plant. So it's possible, guys. You still got time to grow things if you want. Oh, what do we have here? I was almost about to leave. Ooh. Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. And look at this, guys. A couple tomatoes from a completely dead plant. It's still growing. That just goes to show you how strong tomato plants are, guys. They really are strong plants. Every single bit of its foliage is pretty much dead. And look, 2 perfect tomatoes right there. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get my dog and go ahead and head back home. I think it was pretty productive. For the amount of time I visited the garden, it was pretty productive. So I'm very, very impressed. Anyways, guys, as I said, still time to grow some plants, spinach, beets, beets, radishes. Might even be able to grow turnips for all I know. Root vegetables. From what I understand, more than likely will grow depending on what zone you're in. I'm in zone 5B, so I can pretty much grow that stuff right now as I wanted, but I need to get the seed, or I don't know if it's seeds or rootstock or whatever it is, but got to get those. Because I really want to start going ahead and trying some radishes. I figured most of those plants seem to have plenty of nutrients because they all grew perfectly fine. Still waiting for that red Trinidad scorpion pepper to fruit, but I feel like it's not going to be too much longer. As long as I keep coming by every few days and watering it. But anyways, let me go ahead and get on out of here, guys. Thanks for watching my video. And I hope everyone's having a great day, and I hope you guys decide to grow something while you still have time. All right, guys. Peace and love.